Hello, hello, welcome back. My name is redwolf416, and this is Oblivion, a Minecraft Let's Play. I'm so glad you could join me here today. Now, I know in the last couple of episodes, I said that I would be mapping out the tower and how high the hill would go that the tower is sitting on, and I haven't really followed through on that. Today, it is definitely going to happen. But first, I have a treasure map that I really want to see what it has to offer. So let me gather a couple things together and let's get going on finding this treasure. And then we'll come back and work on that tower for certain this time. And now that I'm all suited up, let's take a look at this map and see where we need to go. From the looks of it, we need to head a bit north and quite a bit west. So let's just get in a boat and get going. When I woke up this morning, where I live, it was -2 degrees Fahrenheit, which for those of you who don't live in America, that is right around -19 degrees Celsius. So it was cold, cold, cold this morning. Also, I'm fighting a little bit of a head cold, which is threatening to turn into a lingering cough. So I apologize if my voice sounds a little bit funny, but we're gonna carry on. This is some familiar territory here. This is where I got a lot of my mossy cobble. And found my dog. My first one. Oh, there we go. The map is starting to fill in a little bit. Yeah, looks like the treasure's right over there. Come over here. Looks like I might have to do some diving for this. Yeah, right around in here. Well, as far as I can tell, we are on top of it right here, using the old trick of looking at block 9-9 in the chunk. See how far. There it is. Oh, diamonds. My first diamonds. All right. So I don't drown, let's just go back up here, and then I'll come down and just break it with an axe and get everything that floats up. Nice. Oh, it looks like I might have gotten a part of the sea. I did. Some more emeralds, some gold. Potion of water breathing. Nice, nice. Excellent. This is a good haul. Let's head back to the island and start on building that tower. Let's go get a couple of things here. I want to hang up that map right away. Just going to get some supplies to make an item frame. And for now, since this is the first treasure map, I'm just going to put it right up here. If I get more, then we'll have to start making a map room. But for now, first treasure found. Well, that ended up being a very successful first treasure hunt, but I think it is time to start working on that tower build. Let's get digging. I was really hoping there were going to be some caves down there while I was doing this dig, but this was just almost solid rock all the way down. So that was a lot of digging. I didn't actually end up with that much iron. I mean, you can see there I have that amount of raw iron left. That was after making about 3 iron picks. I was only making them as I was getting enough iron for them. I lost count of how many stone pickaxes I went through, and I ended up with more than 2 double chests of cobble. Yeah, that was a lot of digging. That was probably close to 4 hours of digging just to get that hole made. Next up, I'm going to be building up the tower, but for that, I need some stone and some stone bricks. I've got to do a lot of smelting of cobble. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to set up a little bit of a border along in here, and then I'm going to fill the bottom with water so that I can have a safe place to fall. I'm going to be carrying this all the way up to Y level 128. This is going to be a big tower. I think I'll go to a couple different spots on the island, just see how this looks from a couple different angles. That is a big tower, but that's about the look I'm going for. Honestly is, because the hill's probably going to start right around here, come down this way. Iron Farm's going to be right up here. We'll be having the mob farm start a little bit lower down right here. And then down at the bottom is the slime farm. I'm going to go over to a couple more spots, see what it looks like from my hut. Yeah, it's tall enough to be imposing, but it's not monstrously huge. I actually really like the proportions on this so far. We'll see once I start to get the walls filled in. I may decide I need to change it. Okay, from here I gotta go back up to level 121 and start building the floor for the iron farm. Alright, so this is the level where the uppermost iron farm is going to go. And I'm going to have everything going down to the middle section. The part that I dug down to earlier below the ground is actually the middle section. That's sort of a dead zone where mobs for the mob spawner are not actually going to be able to spawn, since this right here is my AFK platform. So I'm planning on having this section right where I'm standing be more of like a storage and gathering place for all the items from the various farms that are going to be in this tower. Below this, in the dead zone area, is probably where I'm going to hide a lot of the redstone, bubble elevators, and stuff like that. So items are actually going to be going all the way down here first, where they're going to get crafted and then sent back up to storage, as well as all the items from the slime farm and from the mob grinder. They're going to be coming up here as well, get sorted in this area, and then sent up into the storage area, which is going to be in the same room as the AFK area, which is right up here. Okay, let me go grab a few more supplies and I'll start framing out the iron farm. It's going to take some work to get the villagers over here from the villager in the south. Getting them up that high is going to be a little bit of a task. It was at this point that OBS decided it didn't want to record my microphone anymore. But I was just explaining that I needed to gather some resources for making my iron farm. The iron farm design that I'm using is from Waddles, and I'm not sure if he was the originator of this design, but it's the tutorial that I used, so I'll include the link to his video in the description. As I was out gathering supplies, I did come across a village that was right next to a mangrove swamp and a dripstone cave. So I was able to get some additional resources there for later use, including some lava. Once I had most of my materials together, I was able to start building the iron farm. I was able to progress all the way up to the point that I could not avoid anymore. It was time to get villagers. I had initially started by gathering 3 villagers from the plains village that I had first discovered down in the south, but unfortunately I lost a couple of them to some drown. So after I got one secured away, I headed over to the taiga village where I was able to get 2 more villagers and lock them securely away in a hole in the ground. Let's hope they stay safe in this hole while I finish getting a path ready for them. This is a long way up here. I'm going to have to figure out a way to do this so that the villagers don't fall when they're climbing up here, because I don't want to have to go get more. Just getting the last stretch of fence put in here on these here stairs. And maybe I can start leading my villagers up here. Okay, hopefully that's enough to keep them on the stairs. I still got to figure out where I'm going to put the workstations so that they can't use the workstations to hop over anything. Okay, it's time to collect the first villager and see if we can get him to go up some stairs. No, don't go in there. Ah, it's going for those cauldrons. This is going to be tricky. How did you get down here so fast? Alright, come on. Where'd you go? Come here. Why are you hiding there? Come on. Don't do this to me. There we go. Okay. Now we're going to get you one over here. No. Leave my garden alone. Come on, it's right up there. Come on, can't you look that high? No, where'd you go? I'm back here. Is it your lunch break or something? Come on. Villagers are the worst. Where are you going? Ugh. It's the fish barrels I have, isn't it? You're going back in a boat. You did this to yourself. No. You're staying in that boat for now. I gotta figure something else out. Get some soul sand so I can make a bubble elevator or something. This is ridiculous. Okay, I guess I'm using my first 3 diamonds to make a pickaxe. I need to mine some obsidian so that I can go to the nether and get some soul sand. This is just too difficult to get those villagers up those stairs. This could take a while. I hope no drowns show up. I got 10. Let's get out of here. All right. I was looking at this, and I think that I want to put my portal right down in the hillside here. When the hill that the tower is sitting on is completed, then there's going to be a little bit of a cave below it that I want the portal to be in. So I think I'm just going to dig out a little bit right here and put the portal in there. All right, here goes. Please don't be a basalt delta. Oh, why? Why is it always a basalt delta? At least I got lots of lava now. Well, it's never easy, is it? Ooh, that's a long way down. Here, does that look like that's getting taller? I think it is. Alright. Here's where it starts getting a little scary. It's going to be going out into the open. Let's go see if we can find that soul sand. That's a nice find right there. Well, this is where my travels have taken me. To a very large lava ocean, and still no soul sand. Onward. I think I see some way over there. It's really across a bunch of lava and out in the open. This right here might be the best place to cross. Still don't like it, but I can see the soul sand down there. Alright, let's give it a go. Alright, I'm gonna get as much of this as I can. If I only get one, it's still gonna take up one slot, so I might as well fill that slot. Okay, it's time to get out of here. I want to go back home. This has been a lot more of an ordeal than I thought it was going to be. Well, now that I'm back at my iron farm, I can start planning how I'm going to get the villagers up here. I think I'm going to do a water elevator right here. I got to build a tube going up from there, and then I can build a water column and do a bubble vader up. Easy peasy. You know, I've actually started to ask myself, why did I decide to build this iron farm just so darn high? And the best answer I can come up with is because it'll look cool. But there's really no need for it to be that high up. I'm really starting to feel the consequences of my decisions. And away we go. Next, I'll need to find me a zombie and get him up here. Means I'll have to move the water column over. Yeah, I'll have to go out at night to get a zombie. Well, as you can see, I did a little bit of off-camera work. My head cold did turn into an upper respiratory infection. Had to go to the doctor, get a few prescriptions. Didn't exactly have the greatest reaction to some of those prescriptions, so it was been a long week. I ended up doing some work off camera. You can see that I did actually get a zombie in there, and he stole one of my leads, which was frustrating, but it's all good because now he's not going to despawn. But the iron farm is up and running. I had to deactivate it because it was actually just a little too efficient. You can see all the iron golems that spawned here while I was still working on it, and it was just getting a little out of control. I didn't quite have a drop zone for them at first when I was building it, and I ended up with about 15 iron golems wandering all over the island, and I had to corral them down here in the pit. So it's deactivated for right now. Once I can figure out how to do the collection of their iron, then I'll reactivate the iron farm, and we should be in business. With that said, I just wanted to thank you all for watching. If you liked the video, hit that like button. And if you wanted to see more like this, please consider hitting that subscribe button too. I look forward to seeing you all in the next video.